Network
TVរបស់ខ្មែរ
Go on, everybody!
Cambodia
America first! 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 America first!
Thank you so much.
America first!
It's real!
Let's go! It looks like we finally have that big, beautiful red wave. So great to see everybody out here. It's a beautiful sight. And I said this earlier. Some people say that America is an idea. Some say that America is about a governing document like the Constitution. And that's important, but America is the American people. We are America! And you cannot replace the American people, you cannot disenfranchise the American people, and they will not rule the American people. This election is about the American people rising up and taking control over our government and over our country once again. And if we don't stop this deal right now, we may never be able to do that ever again. And some say that we have to wait until 2022 or 2024. But if they could steal this election, if they could steal 7 swing states, there is no limit to what they can steal from us. That's why the fraud that has been going on for the past week, the fraud that has been going on for the past 4 years with the Russia hoax and the fake impeachment, and frankly the fraud that has been going on for 50 years must stop right here and right now. This is only the beginning of the challenge that has been mounted by President Trump, not against the Democrats, not against the liberals, but against the global special interests that have taken over this country.
That's right!
And it cannot stop here. We have to storm every state capital until January 20th, 2021, when President Trump is inaugurated for 4 more years.
8-foot Fuentes trending in the chat.
4 more years! 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 And I would be okay with 8 more years. I would be okay with 12 more years. I want President Trump to rule for life. It's because of this. The Constitution did not protect us.
That's right.
And the GOP did not protect us.
That's right.
But President Trump, when he came down that escalator 5 years ago, he has been the only one who has protected us and our country and our heritage and our interests and the American people. And so long as President Trump is the vanguard and the protector of our people and our historic nation, he will have my loyalty. My loyalty is not to Mitch McConnell. My loyalty is not to Fox News. My loyalty is to my president and my people, the American nation. It must be America first.
America first! America first! America! America first! 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 America first!
So it must not stop here. We must continue to turn out in this capital. We must continue to turn out in every state capital until the state legislature appoints their electors to send President Trump back for 4 more years. We will call on state legislators and we will demand that the GOP stand with our president, the president of the American people. And let me remind you that it is not about Republicans and Democrats. It is not about anything really political. When I see the people in the media, and I see what has happened with Jeffrey Epstein, and I see what happened to George Soros, and the Koch brothers, Jeff Bezos, and Big Tech, mainstream media, and I realize this is about the satanic globalist elite versus us. It is evil versus us, the people of Christ.
Christ is king! 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 Christ is king!
We are done being bullied by the media. We are done being bullied into drag queen story hour. We are done being bullied into foreign wars. Bullied into a country taken over by giant billionaires and corporations. We want Trump to leave this country because he represents us. If we are not successful in our endeavor to keep our president, it will be my mission to make sure that in 2022 and in 2024, we destroy the GOP that betrayed us this year. Because we saw it. We know the fraud occurred. We saw the ballots at 4 a.m. in Milwaukee. 83% turnout in Milwaukee. Really?
Are you kidding? Come on.
And what did the 2024 hopefuls, the GOP's best and brightest, what did they have to say about that? What did Nikki Haley have to say about that? Marco Rubio and Mitch McConnell have to say about that? What did Madison Cawthorn and Dan Crenshaw have to say about that? They said absolutely nothing.
Traitors! Traitors! Traitors!
And I am sick and tired that every 4 years we go out for the Republican Party. They don't do anything for us. They have allowed this takeover by the left and by the media, and every single time we slavishly vote for them because they say, well, what is the alternative? Well, you vote for the Democrats. If they can't protect President Trump, they are no better than the Democrats. So we are sending a message. We want to protect Trump, and if the Republican Party can't do it, then we are out of the Republican Party. Because it must be a two-way street. We vote, they do nothing, it has to stop now. I'm tired of being a sucker for the Republican Party. And we know this isn't the beginning. This was in 1992 when they put up Bush instead of Patrick Buchanan. And this happened during the Tea Party 10 years ago. And we've seen many times the grassroots, Christian, conservative, generational Americans that constitute the Republican Party have been screwed over. And we've been screwed over in favor of globalists, special interests, and the big donors, and all of the people that President Trump defeated 4 years ago. They are trying so hard to ride back and take back control and return to the status quo. Pay very close attention to what Joe Biden has been saying since he falsely claimed that he won this election. In his statement on Saturday, he said that it's time to lower the temperature and calm things down. No! Turn it up! Turn up the heat! No surrender! Turn it up! Turn it up! Turn it up! Joe Biden thinks that people would rather surrender their country than continue this fight. And Joe Biden is wrong. He thinks that even though we know there is a fraud, and even though we know what we will get with Joe Biden, that we will take it, and that we will stand back and watch it happen, because it would be easier, frankly, it would be easier to sit back and do nothing. And he thinks people will say, well, at least the media and at least these globalists will relent now that they got what they wanted. Not only is this not true, but it is a false promise. The only thing that stands between these powerful interests and us is President Trump. And if they get him out of the picture by defeating him with this fraudulent coup, there will be nothing standing between them and us. And you see what they have in store for us. We saw it when Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez said after the election. We saw it when she said after the election that she wants to create a list of everybody that supported Trump through this transition. They've already got a website so that they can dox all the Trump supporters that did not go along with this. The point is this: we can be assured that if Trump loses, they will come after each and every one of us, the base that made the Trump revolution possible. They will throw Trump in jail, and pretty soon they will throw all of us in jail with him. They will take our guns, they will take our rights and our speech, and they will take our freedom, and they will take our lives if we allow this to happen. Never forget that.
What's up, Jaden? How's it going, man? Very good. Where's Panther Dan? I don't know, actually. What's up, man?
Fake media, fake calls, and fake everything. It all comes down to right here, right now. If we will continue the Trump revolution to protect ourselves and our country and the future for our children, or whether we will concede it to Black Lives Matter. And concede it to all of these new Americans pouring across the border. We're not going to let that happen. This is our country. Let's go!
America first! 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 America first!
I don't know if anybody saw this, but this week we were told by the Pentagon that they lied to President Trump about pulling our troops out of Syria. And recently, the Defense Secretary Mark Esper was fired because he refused to pull our troops out of Afghanistan. Is that putting America first? It is not putting America first to leave our borders open. It is not putting America first to send our sons and our fathers and our uncles and our brothers to fight and die in foreign wars that are not for our interests. It is not America first to sell off our country to giant corporations like Amazon and Walmart and all the others and the S&P 500 and big tech. That is not America first. The only one that will put America first is President Trump, and that's it.
Let's stay with the flag, I swear to God.
So, thank you all for coming out here. How many people do we have? Is this the million MAGA march? The mainstream media what we are capable of, and maybe more importantly, we have shown each other and we have shown the country what we are capable of.
Hell yeah!
If victory was impossible for us, they wouldn't bother with all this propaganda. They wouldn't bother with the fake suppression polls and the fake mainstream media telling us that we're alone, or we're rude, or racist, or xenophobe, and all of that. If the American people stand up to them and rise up in one voice, and we show up in one capital and take our country back, there is nothing on earth that can stop us. Are a sleeping giant. All that it takes is for us to break free from our own mental conditioning that we cannot stop this. And we will, and we can, and we're going to take the country back. And if we believe President Trump will be inaugurated on January 20th, 2021, he will end the wars and finish the border wall, and he will make the trade deals, and he will stop the elites in our government and in the media and in big tech from stealing our birthright, our inheritance from our ancestors, the American civilization. We have to fight for it. As it goes, I'll try to scream louder. Can you hear me now? No.
Joker!
There are too many people to be contained in this park right now. But it's true. We are breaking the conditioning. I look in the mirror sometimes and I think to myself, I am still a human being, and I have dignity, and I have rights. And I think to myself, this is too important for us to let it go so easily, to let it go without a fight. Our founding fathers did not do that. It is our American tradition to rebel. It is our American tradition to fight for the sovereignty of we, the people in this country. And we are going to do it every day until January 20th. But thank you, everybody, for being here. Against conservative Inc., and against the GOP, and against the media, and against big tech, and against the giant corporations, and against the swamp, and the government, and the CIA, and the FBI, and the intelligence community, and it is a pretty big task ahead of us. There are a lot of them, and they wield much power. But I think to myself this: I have much confidence in knowing that God is on our side.
King! Christ is 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 King!
And in the end, God has already won the victory. I don't know about you, but I can't wait for the day when Ben Shapiro confesses that Jesus Christ is Benjamin Netanyahu, who does his laundry in the United States, will kneel and he will pray. And he too will confess that Jesus is Lord. And it's only a matter of time, folks.
It'll be today.
But it's only a matter of time. And the fight continues. And it's funny, I say this on my show sometimes. Have you ever noticed that whenever the left gets through some disgusting, repulsive, degenerate victory in their campaign to destroy this country, to destroy the family, they will get up on the steps of the Supreme Court, for example, and they'll say, well, we passed gay marriage, well, we got transsexuals in your bathrooms, and we got guys weightlifting with girls and everything. And after each time, they always say, but there is so much work to do. They say, but there is still so much work to be done. We have to adopt that same persistent mentality. A lot of people saw that the president won in 2016, and they said, mission accomplished. All done. We got President Trump in office, and now it's time to kick back. But we can't let that happen. We see that after this steal happening in this election, after each victory, we have to say that more is never enough. And that there's always more work to be done to roll back 100 years of corruption and evil and the sickness that has taken over this country. So I hope that everybody that has come here will say to themselves, after they return to their hotel or their Airbnb or wherever, and say, that was terrific, that was the best rally ever, and Nick Fuentes is really cool. But you will go back and say there is still much more work to be done. We will call the state legislators, we will go to the state capitals, we will keep on turning out, and by the way, we will turn out after we win too.
That's right.
This is a revolution that cannot stop the permanent counter-revolution against the globalist class. And all these people that came out to Washington, D.C. this weekend, after Trump gets elected, we have to come back and we have to stay here.
Oh yeah, it just says that. We actually are on.
The jobs in the government, in the agencies, in the departments, and we have to decide, and we have to make it happen. The country that we want to live in, the country that we want our children to live in, we have to make it a reality, and we will. So with that, I tell you to trust the plan, and trust in God. God is in control.
And he never dies.
I thank you all for coming out. It is inspiring. And we are going to make our country great again.
Cambodian Broadcasting Network.
TV Robokma.
Cambodian